match, which Richard is always reminding me about.
If it's good enough for Principal Ian, it's good enough for you.
It's a shame that he had to take so many shots of Richard from the front, really, wasn't it? Still, there's always Photoshop. Now, we all know there's a lot I can say about Richard Collinge.
Play, listen your time.
Let's start with his name, Richard. It's the name he was christened. It's what his mum calls him, and it's what I and most people who've met him in recent years call him. But I know there are those of you who've known him a long time, and you call him Dick.
Tricky Dicky.
I also know that some people even use that short name. It starts with a D. You know who you are. Adam and Elizabeth. Of course, you call him Dad. I suspect you both do not realise it, but Richard is a dad in a million. He is. Honestly, he is. Richard told me so. He was there when you were born, and he celebrated big time. He was with you for all your key childhood moments. Richard spent night after night with you, Adam, waiting for your first word. But when it came, it was a whole sentence. Unfortunately, Richard missed it. Dad gone to pub. It's a big line for 1 year. He had an unusual way of talking with his children. It was not exactly baby talk, but he did try to introduce them to new words and phrases. Few dads would describe their daughter's Barbie doll as fit. But Richard's like few dads I know. He's also like no other HR head I've ever met. I've worked with Richard, and I've seen him in action. Does that make sense? he's very good at his job as well. At CSN, he's established a really loyal team. They work hard for him. Some have told me they love him. That he's the best boss ever. They're the ones who'll be here tonight.
Oh, very good, Sal, very good.
I once asked Richard what his secret was when it came to recruitment. Is it training, experience, or just innate skill? He did not answer me immediately. He wrote something on a piece of paper and folded it and passed it to me. I waited until I was on my own and opened the sheet. On it, he'd written 5 words. Ip, dip, my illusion. It seems to work for him. Now, before I continue talking about Richard, I'm going to say a few words about Jill. People have commented that for Jill to marry Richard, she must be mad. These people include Jill herself. I thought they'll have to come this thing. But I'd like to offer another explanation. Last year, Australia got its first official saint. You were pleased to know I've already written to the Pope and set in motion the beatification of St. Gillian of Bolton. I'm still awaiting a reply. But I think my case is very strong. So will you. A saint has to be an exceptionally kind person. Jill is. It helps if you dedicate yourself to a lost cause. Who else can put up with Richard's little foibles? I say little. Finally, you have to have created a miracle. Jill has. Do you want proof? When Richard first started dating Jill, it was by no means certain that it would go any further. Jill had another love in her life. He was a big, dark, hairy, handsome dude. And he'd lived with Jill for years. He was highly protective of Jill. He had little in common with Richard.
I don't know.
No, he was fully house trained and knew how to cross the road. Richard decided to show Sol who was boss. He soon discovered it wasn't him. Richard became nearly despondent. But then, he came up with a clever new strategy. It allowed him to win Jill's favour. His tactics began to work. And he defended Sol. In so doing, he became closer and closer to Jill, until eventually, after Sol's very sad passing, the way was open for Richard to ask for Jill's hand without any fear of losing his own. Well, at this point, I'd like to concentrate now on Richard's qualities. Honestly, yes. In my day job, I'm involved in advertising and branding. It set me thinking, which famous brand do I think Richard is most like? Here are a few I considered.
No.
The Rolex watch. It has one of the world's most iconic faces. And then I thought of Richard, and I thought, yes, he's got a face. No, not Rolex. Next I thought, maybe he's like a famous chocolate brand. Not Lindt, or one of those posh foreign brands. He's more like Cadbury's. British through and through. Until last year. I thought, yes, this is it, Cadbury's. Like Richard, it's something many people love. But some people can't get too much of. Jill. Then I thought, hang on a minute. It's from the Midlands. And Richard's a northerner through and through.
Yeah, Biffo.
And then to cap it all, I remembered the slogan. A glass and a half in every bar. No, there's no way I'd ever manage that. No, not Cadbury's. Not Cadbury's. But it did set me thinking. And I thought, yes, there is a chocolate bar. Another chocolate bar. This must be it. Your from just down the road in York.
Lanky.
But, easy come. Then I remember the slogan. Good, rich and thick. But we all know Rich has never got any money. So that can't be him. Then I said, no, let's be serious. This is the serious bit. No brand can ever match Richard Collinge. He is a one-off. They broke the mould when they made Richard. He's one of the most likeable people I've ever met. He's witty. So it wasn't supposed to be funny. He's charming.
Hey.
And dare I say it, charismatic. In all sorts of ways. He's 51, going on 22. He has a boyish naivety and a brilliant sense of humour, thank God. And for me and many others, he makes the world a happier and more enjoyable place.
Yeah.
This is the sickening bit, right? Joking apart, I do feel privileged to have Richard as a close friend. I've already said how lucky he is to have Jill, but I really think they are lucky in the extreme to have found each other. And I, for one, am very, very glad they did. Will you all join me now in raising a toast, please, to Richard and Jill?
Jill.
Ladies and gentlemen.